if you could let that part of yourself that knows great wisdom about living fully and dying well, dress up in whatever it wants to dress up in, that part of yourself, and give itself a name, would you be interested in what he or she had to say? Would you be willing to invite them in for a cup of tea, for a little chat, and to maybe kiss them on the cheek, maybe tickle them under the chin? She invited me, and I got to name myself too. My name is Mortina Decay. Some people believe my middle name is Turner, and I think about it, and I accept that. I accept that middle name, so Mortina Turner Decay. But what I have to share with Sharon, she asked if I wouldn't mind sharing with all of you too. And that is that what she knows, first of all, and this is my mantra, DK is okay. You can say it again. Let's
DK is okay. DK is okay.
All right. So I was a cheerleader once. I won't get you going. But again, this is something that I know, and this is something that I share with Sharon. Well, there are several things that I've shared about that, about the wisdom of living fully and dying well. And of course, I'm learning more and more of it all the time. One amazing thing I learned is the power of denial. Just how strong it is and how good it is actually in our lives. It's not all bad, you know. But there comes a time when denial no longer serves our purposes. And no one knows this better than those of us who have sat in the miraculous spiritual 12-step circle and do that amazing greeting. Now, I don't know if you've ever seen or heard about this, but the first thing a person does in a 12-step circle, such as AA or Al-Anon or Narcotics Anonymous, is to say their name and to say what it is. Hi, my name is Mortina, and I'm an alcoholic. And everyone responds with, hello, Mortina. So, let's just use that amazing bit of wisdom to practice this right now. My name is Mortina, and I'm going to die.
My name is Sue, and I'm going to die.
So I would invite you, if you've never said those words aloud before, but I would invite you to find someone close by you right now. Think of it as passing the peace, because indeed, it's peaceful to be able to join in the reality of our life here as humans, by admitting that with a birth also comes a death. So you want to try it? You don't have to, of course. Everything is an invitation.
There you go.
Hello, my name is Larry, and I'm going to die.
Hello, Larry.
Hello, my name is Suzanne, and I'm going to die.
Hello, Suzanne.
That say just those words, but this time make physical contact with each other in some way. Touch of the hand, or maybe you already did that. Try it again. This time, with physical contact in some way. In the first place, but that wonderful, wonderful experience for me is of when we make contact with each other. Because we are in this together, that's for sure. We've all been born, or we wouldn't be sitting in this room together. And we are all going to die. So, since death is a given, everything else is the readiness. And what my work in the world is to practice living fully so that I may die well. That's the invitation that I, Mortina, give to Sharon. And so by sharing that with you, I would like to tell you just some of the ways that I do practice that. And one of the ways that I practice that is asking the question to everyone that is willing to answer. Because the fears we share are common fears. And it's not so much that the denial, people think we can't talk about death, it's morbid. And besides, deep and down is that little fear, if we talk about it too much, we will hasten our own death. But what if morbid is really about repressing our fears of death? What if it's really morbid to spend all our time and a lot of money buying things and doing things that will give us some sort of alternative? Woody Allen says, Americans think death is optional. And he goes on to say, I don't mind dying, I just don't want to be there when it happens. I laugh with him too, because I can raise my hand to that. And yet, all the energy that I have spent in my life of trying to avoid it and trying to listen to all the messages that I get, that death is the enemy, that death is a tragedy. It's painful, yes, it can be a holder of a lot of suffering, and we all know what it's like to be the one left when someone dies. The heart rips open. The heart rips open. I'm not saying that it's not true, but I'm saying that what if on the other side of my refusal to look at the inevitable is not only a comfort, not only is a peace, but is a contentment that allows me to smile. That's my question. What if it's more morbid to take this aging body of mine and try to pump it and tuck it and change it so that it looks less and less like a human being and more like some sort of a doll? Well, and I want to hear what might make you smile. So here's one way I practice living fully, is looking at some of my worries, and I always think of them as our worries, and some of the things, my hopes and things that make me smile. Thinking of death and dying, I get worried when I think I know I may be no longer available to help my family. We worry about the ones who we're going to leave because we know that feeling of being left. One thing that could make me die smiling would be if it was so quick I didn't have time to smile. There you go, the Woody Allen school there. Yes. Thinking of death and dying, and there's a little aha here, by the way, at 86, it is too soon to think about it. Thinking of death and dying, I get worried with unfinished business. Is this not at the heart of so much of what grips us, the unfinished business?